Welcome to Rockstar Doctor Life. I'm Melissa Longo, and each episode, my guests and I will bring you fresh, fun ways to rock your life as a health professional and create a business that aligns with who you are and the life you want to live. Hey everyone, I'm sitting here recording this episode for you today, and it just came to mind how this is something that I really never thought I would do. I mean, come on, did we ever think we would experience a pandemic in our lifetime? I know that I certainly never did, but in any event, this is where we find ourselves right now. And a lot of docs I've spoken to have either had to close their practices or perhaps they have had to adjust their practice hours. I'm certainly in that position, only open for emergency care right now. And a lot of conversations I've had over the last month now have had to do with supporting lots of doctors, whether they're clients in my programs, one-on-one clients, or clients in their circle where I coach, or even just supporting docs in Facebook groups and on Messenger and on Instagram chats or wherever. Obviously, this is a really unsettling time, and I've found myself saying a lot of the same things on different interviews that I've given and conversations I've had. And I wanted to record this interview or this conversation for you today with some ideas that might just help you wherever you find yourself in finding some hope, some support, some ideas regarding what can you do right now to take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your business, and keep yourself engaged as a doctor. Now, certainly, I don't know about your life, but my life has gone through many ups and downs. I've had lots of challenges, and what has gotten me through all the challenges is being around the right people and believing in myself and staying engaged. And those are the first things that come to mind. Who can you be surrounding yourself with right now? And I know, again, this is a new challenge. This is new for all of us. And there's certainly feelings that are coming up for many people that we've never experienced before. So give yourself some grace around how you're feeling. However, make sure that you are connecting with other people, other colleagues, friends and loved ones, doing what you can to stay in touch with phone calls, with Zoom chats, with Messenger chats, whatever platform you find yourself using. Make sure that you are staying engaged and connected with other people who have the values that you have, who support your ideas, who bring you some joy and laughter, and believe in you. If you're having a day that you're having a tough time seeing anything good, or you're having a day where you're having a tough time believing that there's something good going to come out of this. There are a lot of unknowns at this point. However, I'm going to offer you 7 things today that I hope will give you a little bit of perspective. First is controlling what you can. There are a lot of things we can't control right now. However, there are many things that we can control. And I certainly believe that, just as I said, surrounding yourself with the right people is a choice that you can make. You can also choose to limit your exposure to things in the media that upset you, to the news, to groups of people who don't resonate with the ideas you have right now. You can choose to give your body the right food that is healthy, that is going to keep you healthy. You can choose to move your body every day, whether that's doing a workout in your home, or if you have a home gym or some kind of equipment, or you do a yoga class with someone online, or you just try something new, to keep your body active and healthy in a movement exercise way. There are so many different opportunities right now from, great trainers and great resources, whatever programs you love, they're there for you. You can choose to move your body. You can choose to, take part in social events that are there for you, Zoom meetings, group chats. You can choose to connect with people. You can choose to drink enough water. You can choose to meditate. You can choose to read some books. There are a lot of things in your day-to-day life right now that you absolutely still have control over. So I'm going to challenge you to think about, rather than all the things that are bothering you, the things that you cannot control, what can you control? What are the things that you can do for yourself and for your family every day to give yourself some sense of familiarity, to give yourself some sense of peace, and most importantly, to keep yourself healthy? Which goes into my next point for you is, how can you schedule your time? a lot of our daily routines obviously have been completely shifted. We're home with our children. We don't have to go. Some of us don't have to leave our homes anymore. Some people aren't able to leave their homes anymore, depending on what's going on in your province, state, country, wherever you find yourself listening to this. There are different rules happening, obviously. So what kind of rhythm can you give to your day that will give you some sense of normalcy or will help you still stay engaged and productive in some of the other things that I'm going to share with you in the next few points? I think it's really important for us to still have some kind of structure to our day. Time for, if you've got children at home, when can you be doing some work with them? When are activities with them? When can you be doing some learning activities? When can you be working on your business? I know some doctors are still actively going into their offices because it gives them an undisrupted block of time where they are working on things for their practice. Make sure that you get dressed like you're going to work every day. If you get up in the morning and you put your comfy clothes on and you stay at home all day, that's not going to engage your mind for work and productivity and prosperity. So how can you take some of these simple things that we're talking about and give yourself some kind of normalcy in your day so that you can feel like you are accomplishing things? Routine, obviously, we all thrive on routine. Some people more than others. If you have children at home, if you have things that you used to do before this quarantine happened, what pieces of that can you still maintain right now? And actually, there might even be things that you can add to your life that you never did before. I like to cook, as many of you know, but now I'm cooking with my sons at night. And, they're teenagers, so they have a lot of freedom during the day, and they can, they're learning things, they're connecting with their friends and whatnot. But dinner time, now we're cooking together. And that's a part of our day that is new. And it's been a great way for us to connect and have some laughs and socialize. And certainly they're learning some new skills. So what are the rhythms that you can develop for yourself, for your family, that are going to allow you to feel like you have some kind of consistency day to day? So it doesn't just feel like there's no plan and there's nothing for you to rely on, because then again, we don't have any control. And if you can take control over your day, then you're going to feel a lot more accomplished when this is all over, and you're going to be able to look back and see that you learned some things, so you made some progress in certain areas of your life, which is my next point for you is stay engaged. What can you be learning right now for your business? Is there clinical training that you have, you purchased previously that you haven't finished? Are there textbooks that you've been wanting to review? Is there technique, pieces that you want to refresh your mind over? Whatever your clinical expertise are, I know you have something on your list. I know there is something you've been wanting to learn. And if you're not committed to ongoing learning, that is another conversation that we need to have. However, we can't get to events right now, but you can still be actively learning and growing as a doctor. If you need help, call me, message me, because there are so many great podcasts. There's so many great training programs to develop our clinical excellence. Or even if you just want to learn something about something that's related to healthy living. Maybe you want to learn more about exercise, nutrition, fasting, stress, meditation. Learn something, stay engaged, because the more we stay engaged, it's going to keep our mind alive. It's going to give us some kind of focus in a day. And I believe that that's going to translate into energy and momentum in your practice down the road. Having said that, what can you invest in your business right now? Have there been ideas that you've wanted to implement? Maybe improving your content marketing. Maybe there's been a podcast for your practice you've wanted to start, or maybe you need to do more videos, or maybe you haven't really ever sent great emails and now's your chance to learn them. What is something on your list for your practice that you have always wanted to do that you haven't given yourself the time to do or the investment to do? Now, let's be real. A lot of doctors are taking a financial hit right now. So maybe you're skeptical or hesitant to invest financially. Well, guess what? A lot of programs right now are offering special payment plans, or they're offering special pricing, in a relief sort of package to help doctors still grow and advance themselves right now. I know that for us in Simple Practice, we're doing half price right now. So that is something that you want more information about. Be sure to reach out or go check out the links. But there are ways that you can learn without investing a single dollar, if this is where you're at right now. You have things in your practice I already know. You have free resources, free trainings. Right now, one of the things that I've loved has been all the groups and organizations I've been part of being able to jump on live interviews every day and listen to a chiropractor or listen to a training with another entrepreneur about something that doesn't cost a thing. So where can you be investing in your business? What is something that you've always wanted to do that you always said you didn't have the time, or maybe it really just wasn't a priority? Now, can you make it a priority, and can you use this time to invest in yourself and invest in your business so that you're ready to rock when your doors reopen? Now, this all might sound great, and you might be like, yeah, I got this, I can do this. But then you have a day where you just happen to feel really sad, or your kids are driving you crazy, or you feel stressed or anxious. Whatever feelings come to mind right now, I just want you to remember, like, feel the feels. That is going to be, my next point for you is give yourself a lot of grace. None of us know how we should be feeling right now. None of us have experienced anything like this before. It is completely normal for you to have days and moments where you feel maybe lethargic, where you feel afraid, where you feel unsure about what to do next, or maybe you just feel a little unmotivated, or maybe you just need to have a big cry or reach out to someone and say, you know what, I'm not at my best today. It's all okay. I want to remind you, feel the feels, let yourself experience what you're going through, but you can't stay there. So if you're having a day like that or moment like that, how can you reach out to a colleague, a friend, me if you need to, a professional, even I know so many professionals, like so many therapists right now are offering support programs or groups or just one-on-one sessions with people to help them get through this. Just know that whatever feelings you're feeling are very normal, they're very human, but I'm going to challenge you to make sure you pull yourself out of that energy and that space and don't stay there too long, because the next thing I want to remind you is you need to be the light for other people right now. People need you all the time. They need your love and expertise and your clinical care, and they need you to help them see what being healthy means. However, right now, people need it more than ever. People are scared. People are anxious. People don't know what information to trust, or they're really confused about mixed information they seem to be getting. So how can you help the people in your practice or the people around you? How can you give them some hope? How can you share something positive with them? Imagine if we all did this. Imagine if we all spent a moment every day trying to help someone else, trying to be the light to lift someone else up. And I get it. You may have moments where you feel that's not possible. But if you can lead through those moments, it's going to make you a better leader overall. I've definitely had moments over the last month where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a video for my practice. And then I'm just feeling, all of a sudden I get really emotional, or my son says something to me about what's going on or has a question, and I realize I have to take a step back. Maybe I have to do the video in an hour later, because I really just need to have a little bit of a cry and sort my feelings out and then get back up and keep moving. I believe that we are tested as leaders, not when times are good. I believe we are tested as leaders when times are tough. And that is when your character really comes through. And so you need to lead the people in your community and in your families and in your practice now more than ever before. So as much as I'm going to honor you and say, feel the feels, I'm going to challenge you to get yourself out of those feelings and rise up and lead people with hope and positivity and help them stay healthy. One of the ways you can do that is my last tip for you today, and that is focus on connection in your practice. And this is not only something I believe people need to hear because they need hope and possibility and health from you, but I believe this is a really key strategy for retention down the road. Your people in your community, in your practice, need to remember that you are their chiropractor. You are their doctor. So what can you be doing to stay connected? Do you send out regular emails? Maybe you want to increase the frequency of emails that you send out to them right now with health tips or with other kinds of ideas to keep them well. If you need ideas about how to send great emails, you want to check out the email masterclass series we also did, because I'm really proud of the progress that people made in that program. But, social media posts, you can also be doing Zoom calls with people in your practice if you know there is a topic that everyone needs to hear. You could create a private Facebook group for people in your practice. You could actually even go and do surprise deliveries at their home. I did that. We just celebrated Easter. I looked at my practice, my families, and I made up little Easter bags with, it was really inexpensive. And I messaged all of them and said, I've got a drop off. Are you going to be home? Can I leave this on your front porch? And from the front porch or from the windows, I got to see the faces of so many families that I care about in my practice. And I know that small little gesture, it made a big difference in their daily life. And it's another connection piece that once this is all over, they're going to remember that their chiropractor went out of their way to check in on them and do something to make them smile. So what are the things you can be doing in your practice to stay connected to the people who already love and support you? And this might be a great opportunity for you to try something new in connecting with them. Maybe you've never had a Facebook group for your practice and you might want to start that. Maybe you want to offer phone calls for people, on a certain afternoon. People can call you and just check in and you can answer some questions. We've started doing that in my practice as well, and it's been really well received. So I'm going to encourage you guys. This is an unprecedented time. I'll just recap the tips that I gave you, but you need to be doing as much as you can to take care of your family, take care of your health, but keep taking care of the people in your community because they need you more than ever. So just to recap here, control the things that you can, put your time and energy into the areas of your life that you do have some control over. Find a way to schedule your time and be effective. So you blocking your time to learn, you're blocking time to work on your business, you're blocking time to be with your family. Maybe there's projects around your house that you're trying to get done since you are home right now. Schedule your time, dress for your day, think that you are going to work or you're committing to getting some work done, and that small shift can give your mindset a huge boost. I'm going to remind you to, stay engaged, keep learning, keep yourself engaged as a doctor so that you stay motivated. Invest in your business, feel all the feels that might come along with this, but ultimately remember that you need to be the light for other people. All right, this is a short and sweet episode today. I hope something of value was in this episode for you. We do have lots of programs that we have on offer right now. The Simple Practice, our spring session starts April 27th. If you'd like more information about that, be sure to check out the links or just send me an email. I'm happy to chat with you or even jump on a phone call if you're not sure if it's the right thing for you. We are offering half price on this spring's tuition given the current climate. We have an email masterclass series that is also up for grabs on our Rockstar Doctor Life program page. And we have a Maximize Your Message program coming up as well for content marketing. So if you are looking for some ideas, just reach out. I'm here for you. And I hope to see you and connect with you for many, many more months and days to come. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Find out more about today's guests and everything else that we talked about in the show notes. You can also find all this content and so much more, including videos, blog posts, and how you can work with me on the Rockstar Doctor Life website. If you haven't yet reviewed the show, we'd love it if you headed on over to iTunes, subscribe, and leave us a review about what your thoughts are about future episodes for the show and what you like best. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram at Melissa Longo DC and of course on Facebook. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you next time.